GLP-1s cost over $500. And most people think that you can only get them if you get shots like zepbound and ozempic. But the truth is that your gut already produces that hormone. All you need to do is take the right steps to pump it up. I'm Danny, and this is Today Danny Learn. Today I'm going to show you 7 daily habits that are going to help you improve your GLP-1 production. So you're going to be able to get the benefits from the GLP-1 hormone without having to jab yourself or spend your hard-earned cash. Every hack I'm sharing today comes from clinical trials and meta-analysis. And if you want to read any of these articles, just make sure to ask for it in the comments and I'll send you the link. So the first hack is something that most of us have in our kitchen: extra virgin olive oil. Extra virgin olive oil is rich in oleic acid. There are 2 main actives derived from oleic acid, and I'm going to add their names somewhere on the screen because I don't want to butcher it, but they stimulate GLP-1 secretion in the gut. Not to mention that extra virgin olive oil has so many other health benefits, like improving cardiovascular health, reducing inflammation, and lowering the risk of chronic diseases like some types of cancer, Alzheimer's, and type 2 diabetes. So all you need to do is swap the butter to extra virgin olive oil, or do it like me and add it as a dressing to your salad. The second hack is to eat fiber. But not just any kind of fiber. I'm talking fermentable fiber. Let me explain. When your gut bacteria ferment certain types of fiber, they produce short-chain fatty acids that prompts your intestines to release 2 hormones, GLP-1 and peptide double-I. These fatty acids also curb appetite on their own and are associated with healthier blood sugar control and lower body weight. So foods that have fermentable fiber are barley, oats, whole grain breads, beans, lentils, chickpeas, nuts and seeds, vegetables like broccoli, carrots, and artichokes, and fruits like apple, oranges, and berries. Now here is the amount of fiber you should be eating daily. Women under 50 years old should eat between 25 and 28 grams of fiber daily. Men under 50, around 31 and 38 grams. Women over 50 should eat anywhere between 21 and 25 grams, and men over 50 anywhere between 28 and 30 grams. It can take a couple of hours for the fibers to do their magic, so it's a good tool to keep you from overeating on your next meal. It just helps you stay satiated. And before we get into my next hack, make sure to like and subscribe so you keep getting content like this. Back to boosting your GLP-1. My next tip is going to give you a great reason to keep going to Starbucks every day. Even though I think that Dunkin' Donuts coffee is superior, but I digress. Study shows that drinking coffee and green tea raise GLP-1, but you have to do both. So in the study, the participants were given 4 to 5 cups of green tea and 1 or 2 cups of coffee daily. But don't go nuts on the caffeine. Always consider your personal caffeine tolerance and consult with a healthcare provider if you're taking any medications or have any health conditions. Now, another hack is intermittent fasting. If you're not familiar with the concept, it's an eating pattern that cycles between eating and fasting. It focuses on when you eat rather than what you eat. Study shows that when you're fasting, GLP-1 is at its lowest, but then when you reintroduce food when it's the period of eating, it spikes dramatically. In this study, the participants followed the 5-2 intermittent fasting, 5 days a week of regular eating and 2 non-consecutive days of very low calories, usually at around 500 to 600 calories. And if that's too extreme for you, there are other ways to do intermittent fasting. There is the 16-8 regimen, where you have 8 hours to eat a day, and the other 16 hours you fast. And there are also so many more benefits to intermittent fasting, like weight loss, better heart health, and metabolic health improvements. We're getting into our 5th hack, and that one is the easiest. All you have to do is close your eyes. And by that I mean sleeping from 7 to 9 hours a day. Study shows that after a night of sleeping only 4 hours, the GLP-1 that's usually boosted after you have your first meal was delayed by 90 minutes. And as you know, sleep is important for so many other aspects. Just do it. And if you're having trouble sleeping, I'm going to add here my sleep playlist. There I share some upgrades that I did that improved my sleep and made it more efficient. And also there's a hack to fall asleep in under 10 minutes. Now let's get into some supplements that can boost your GLP-1. Study shows that psyllium, berberine, and curcumin also raise GLP-1 levels. I take psyllium, and I'm going to add the link to the one I take in the description. And the last hack is to preload on protein. A meta-analysis on 16 crossover randomized trials found that taking whey protein before meals slowed gastric emptying, just like the GLP shots do, and it might have elevated the GLP-1 hormone. And other studies show that high protein intake, no matter when you eat it, can elevate the GLP-1 hormone. So why not just chug the 10 to 20 grams of whey protein before your meals? I added the link to the protein powder I like to take to the description. So now you know all these ways to boost your GLP-1 naturally, and you might be interested in learning more about the GLP-1 shots. I take them and I absolutely love them. You can check my video where I tell you everything you need to know about the GLP-1 shots and how to get discounts. And before you go, make sure to like and subscribe so you keep getting content like this. I post videos every week, and although I'm not a doctor, I love sharing my experience and my research with you. Make sure to leave a comment if you have any questions or if you think I missed something, and I'll see you when I learn some new stuff.